I think it was. Now, she is the tennis star who quick-stepped from the tennis court all the way into that Strictly semi-final.
Annabelle Croft has been reflecting on her time in the ballroom and getting ready to do it all over again in the up-and-coming Strictly tour. Now, before we talk to her, let's take a look at her impressive moves.
You have come such a long way.
You're the only couple who really touched me emotionally. I think the same as the other judges. Your line is the best line in the whole competition.
This was just so extraordinarily just beautiful. You're so calm. Your sense of time, your energy and your love for each other was just absolutely spellbinding.
Come on, that deserves a round of applause. Gorgeous.
Annabelle joins us now.
Thank you.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you. Thank you for having me.
You were so beautiful to watch. You were just so beautiful to watch. And it's been about 2.5 weeks since Strictly ended now. Does it all feel so surreal?
It really does. I feel like I'm looking back on somebody else. I can't quite believe that we did all that and we went for so many weeks, but it was an incredible experience and I loved every single second of it. And, you know, who wouldn't love, you know, dressing up in all those beautiful dresses and having your hair and makeup done, all the sets and the costumes.
Well, it's a little bit different from the jungle, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Slightly
but learning
different.
so many different dances, I never thought that I could do what we did. You know, I was terrified at the beginning and I literally thought when I was going into it, I thought, well, am I going to make a complete fool of myself? But I was sort of willing to just give it a go and see what happened. And I mean, it was just wonderful. And to be with Johannes...
You hit the jackpot. I mean, I was lucky
did.
enough, I worked on Strictly for 4 years, and Jojo is just such a wonderful man, such a talent of a dancer.
He really is.
What was it like working with him all that
I mean,
time?
he really is one of the most special people I've ever met in my life, and he brings a joy and an energy into every single room that he walks into. He has like a light shining around him. And you can't fail to be touched by who he is. And he's so passionate about the dancing and so passionate about teaching. And he was an amazing teacher because, honestly, I really was quite stiff at the beginning and I had no idea how my hips were going to work. And, you know, he's the hip king, isn't he? But he was so patient the way he was trying to explain everything to me. And he really got me to understand certain things that I had no concept of with dancing. And then to dance with him when I was out there, I was terrified and my heart would be pounding. But then I just look into his face and he has the most wonderful face and sort of twinkly eyes.
Oh, he just lights up a room.
He lights up a room and he made me smile and he made me want to do it and I wanted to feed off his energy and yeah, it was a really, really special experience and I'm missing him terribly. I mean, when you spend that much time with somebody every day, like 8 to 10 hours a day.
It becomes family.
Yeah. Well, he was like family and he became part of our family. My children absolutely adore him. He adored them. And, you know, I sort of missing the whole routine that we had because it was fun just getting out of bed, putting your dancing kit on and then dancing for 8 to 10 hours a day. It was amazing.
So you are looking forward to going back and training for the tour then. When does that all start and who are you partnered with on the tour?
Well, I'm partnered with Graziano.
Oh, I love Graz.
Yes, well, he's wonderful and they're very good friends because obviously it's going to be a bit different dancing with somebody else, not Johannes. And I'm very sad that Johannes can't do it, but he's got his own tour with House of Jojo. So, you know, so I'm going to look forward to dancing with Graziano. And we're going to start, I think, this weekend. And then we'll start rehearsing all of the group numbers and going back over the couple of the numbers that we did. And then we start and we head off on tour. And I'm really looking forward to it because, you know, I felt like my body started to open up. It was like I called it a big ball of string that was quite stiff and tight at the beginning. And I feel like it's unravelled a bit. So I want to keep going.
Well, you keep going because, I mean, I know it's been a lovely end to not the best year of your life. I know you lost your partner. I'm sorry to...
horrendous. No, thank you.
No, but I mean, what a way to end the year and start the new year doing something you're loving doing.
Well, exactly. I mean, I said it on the show, to have had that opportunity to do something so positive with such a horrendous period of time that is still going on, to be honest with you. But to sort of get out of bed and be able to go and use your body, dance, and dance is very emotional and it can get a lot of emotion out, which it really did. and it's still coming out. But, you know, I think anything physical you can do when you're suffering grief is really amazing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I feel very, very grateful that I was given that opportunity and to have done it for whatever it was, about 12 weeks, I think it was. So, as I said, I think it can help a lot of people, actually.
Well, we're glad that you've enjoyed it so much that you're going to be doing the tour. The tour tickets are on sale now, and Annabelle isn't going to leave us just yet, because coming up next, Giles is on a mission to improve the nation's well-being. I think there is only one man for the job, and it's him. And I think he'd like your help. Giles, do you want Annabelle to stick around?
I definitely want Annabelle to stick around because she is going to help us at our very first This Morning Wellness Clinic, Mind, Body and Soul. We are going into a new year, a new you, holistic approach. We're going to help people improve their minds, improve their bodies, improve their souls. And Annabelle is going to teach us a very important lesson.
Oh.
Stick around, please.
Looking forward to that.
Cannot wait for that. Thank you, Annabelle. Morning, Giles. And you're not alone. You've recruited some help.
I've recruited 2 important helpers, and I've also been given a new name.
Thank you, because this is really sending me west, please.
I'm going to go back to the old name, if you don't mind.
We prefer it.
Annabelle, would you help me put on my new name? Just cover up your name.
Giles now?
I spell my Giles with a Y.
We've got Annabelle, and we've got
with an
And let me introduce you. Annabelle, you know, we in fact go back quite a long way, don't we?
Why is that not a shock to me?
Maybe 25 years?
25 years. It was fun when it lasted. Anyway. But I've got a new friend I'd like you to meet. This is my friend Finola. She is a physiotherapist. And when I broke my arm about 18 months ago, the consultant sent me to see a physio. And she seemed so brilliant. She's been a physio for 14 years, but she also was trained in psychology, that as we were making conversation, I thought, let's actually, new year, new us, mind, body and soul. We need the whole package to be happy people. We know we must be healthy people, but to be truly happy, less stress-filled, what can we do? Mind, body and soul. So we are here every Monday to try and help you with your mind, your body and soul.
This is a thing now?
It's a thing now.
Oh,
it's
lovely.
a thing now. This is the This Morning Wellness Clinic.
Right,
Welcome to it.
It's open.
You've even got your own graphics and everything.
There we are. Absolutely. Mind, body and soul. And I want you, first of all, because we're going to begin with mind.
Go on.
Okay.
You know, your brain, it's a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. But there's lots of research that shows if you do something new, something different, you challenge yourself and you actually improve your mind. You help your mind live longer and work better.
Yeah.
What better example than you? Is it true that you hadn't danced before last year?
No, not really. I did a little tiny bit of ballet when I was a kid, and that was it. So you're right. I think when you're young, you're always learning something new. Everything is new, isn't it? But when you get a bit older, there's very few times when you're actually challenging yourself and doing something completely different other than the routine that you live life in. So to go and learn dancing and, as you say, use your mind to learn all these steps and challenge your body and your mind, it's amazing.
It's the learning the new steps. It's connecting the synapses in new and exciting ways. Same thing can happen if you learn a new language, for example.
Yes.
Or if you learn to play a game like chess or Scrabble, playing with words, playing with numbers. Actually joining a choir can be learning something new. Joining a book club, learning to read a book in a different way. So that's my mind secret.
Did you have a technique when learning all the new dance moves? Because I don't know how people remember.
Well, it's repetition, because on the first couple of days it would be a bit cloudy and I was thinking, oh, this is quite terrifying. The mist would come down and then after a couple of days the mist would lift. And then I thought, oh, it's all kind of connecting up. But I think it's repetition.
It's repetition. You've got to keep going. If you're going to learn to knit this year, just keep going. Don't just do the scarf, end up doing a jumper. Mind, body. We come to the body. We want to walk into the new year, walking tall. Finola, tell us.
So walking is the best form of exercise. It's free, first of all. It helps with the heart and the lungs. It helps with the mind as well. We know it helps reduce stress, anxiety and depression. And we're going to talk about walking with an upright posture when we walk.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason is because research has found that when you walk with an upright posture, it improves your mood immediately. You're less likely to fall or trip over, which is how you broke your arm, unfortunately.
You're silly,
so it'll save you
Billy.
money in the long run as well. And it's also more efficient, so you can walk for longer and faster. So we're going to go through some tips.
Giving all your organs a bit more space inside.
Exactly.
Would you get us walking? Can we get up and walk? How should we stand
if you
when we
stand
walk?
up.
Are we walking with you?
We're all walking tall.
Okay.
We're going to have to pretend to walk because of space. But some of the cues that I give my clients, which tends to work quite quickly, is imagine there's a string pulling you from the top of your head.
Okay.
So immediately you find you're more upright. Make sure your chin's not lifted. It's still the same position. You're looking straight ahead.
Okay.
Now, everyone relax your shoulders. So we want our arms to be able to swing freely. So we tend to walk with our phones quite a lot or a bag. So this is more natural. So when we're born, we crawl and do opposite arm and leg movements, the same when we walk and run. But with phones...
So you shouldn't hold your phone?
If you can try to pop it in your pocket when you go for a walk, that would be good. Let your arms swing more freely. It's more efficient and natural. Good. Walk with purpose, so strong strides, which I don't know if we've talked about it, if that makes sense.
Yes, because I was shuffling along thinking I'm an old man.
You've got to open your legs.
And she said,
Exactly.
actually get them going. Yes.
And you're more likely to fall over if you shuffle. People think you're safer, but it's actually more likely to trip and fall. And the last thing is to breathe.
Oh, yeah.
So if I say to people to optimise your posture, everyone gets very rigid and they stop breathing. If you stop breathing, it's very essential. And if you stop breathing, then there's no point in doing all the rest of it.
So what are the benefits to this, then?
To walking with an upright posture? It just helps you to walk more efficiently. And because it is such a good form of exercise, you're just going to get more from it. The other
it improves your mood, doesn't it?
It improves your mood, yes. So they have done some research into it. So it's a holistic exercise form.
I'm going to sit back down.
And then the last thing that we've talked about is regular strengthening exercises. So you don't have to be a member of a gym. It doesn't have to be really expensive or complex. I tend to give exercises to people when they brush their teeth, or if they're making a cup of tea, or if you're watching TV.
I'd look like a bodybuilder if I was doing it when I brush my teeth.
No, but doing what I'm doing now, she makes me stand on my toes up?
Yeah, so there's heel raises. So these strengthen up your calf muscles, and your calves are very important for walking and balancing. So they're good to keep nice and strong. So if you want to do it sitting, you can. We can make it harder by standing up.
Quickly.
So we're going to go up and down on our toes. We can help each other balance. And if you really want to challenge yourself...
Back in the training room, isn't it, Annabelle?
Exactly. Should you try one leg?
Going.
So one leg is very hard.
This is the risky bit. OK.
We have been practicing this, Giles, so...
Yeah, but not long enough, clearly.
That's good balance.
We'll do more work on it.
So that's the body.
Impressed. Yeah, and I did it sat down.
You're like...
Then we have...
I did.
It's still beneficial, it's still beneficial.
Finally, we have the soul.
Talk to me about the soul.
Improving your soul. And this week, it's make a gratitude list. What is a gratitude list? It's a way of actually saying thank you. And why do people feel better about this? Tell me.
You tell, but maybe you just realise what you've got.
Yeah.
How lucky we are.
Yeah.
And we are lucky. We are very lucky people. Is that psychologically it makes a difference?
Oh, there's loads of research behind gratefulness lists, so it's a really good thing to do on a daily basis. Some people have gratitude journals, so it helps you to write it down. I just say it in my head, but I hold each finger as I do it. There's some research to show that seems to resonate more with us.
Kinetic, isn't it?
One, two, three. So let's start with you. What are you grateful for today?
Having Josie as my co-pilot.
Good. Josie, that's what makes you grateful for Josie.
Well, I'm grateful for Ryland, but I'm just grateful, you know, waking up every morning, being able to take a breath.
Waking up. That's good. That's a good one.
I think it should have been Ryland.
Yeah, sorry, but... I'm Ryland.
That changed my answer.
Annabelle, what are you grateful for?
Definitely friends. And Johannes, who's come into my life, but friends. I mean...
People need people. Friends are key. If you've got a friend you've been meaning to call over Christmas and didn't get round to it, today's the day.
Yeah.
And you, Finola, what are you offering?
Well, I actually do the one that Josie did every day. I think it's quite a good one. But also being able to have a cup of coffee in the morning.
Coffee? Why not?
Keep it simple.
One of our team here, she does it every day, and she shares her list with her friends to make sure she does it. She actually
hang on, Giles.
texted...
Number 5, what are you grateful for?
Who is that? Do you know?
Nala, your cat.
Nala, my cat. There we are. That's what I'm grateful for. Every day, I'm so grateful to have her in my life.
Oh, no.
Oh, what's that?
That's a portrait of Nala.
Oh, no, I thought I was a tail. I wondered where you were going with that cat.
That is a lovely picture of the cat. What's known as a...
Nala looks grateful to have you as well.
And there, look, there's the light. It's a lightning sketch now. Very good.
Giles, I'm loving this clinic.
Yeah.
Mind, body and soul. Keep doing these on a daily basis, and as the weeks go by, you'll find you're a happier, healthier person. That's the thing to remember.
Well, we're going to keep a track on it. Sure, every Monday now doing this.
Yeah, thank
so
you.
we will find out how people feel in a week's time.
Thank
ladies,
you, Annabelle.
thank you.
Thank you, Finola. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Giles,
Thank
we'll
you,
see you soon
Giles.
as well.